Hey guys, so I have a question for you. In today's Torah portion, it says that Abraham told his trusted servant to go to his original land of birth to find a wife for his son Isaac. And he says the reason why he can't go himself is because he's too old. Simple question. Just a couple of years ago, he goes to do the binding of Isaac. He gets up early in the morning, saddles his own donkey, travels 3 days, and has the strength to tie up his son as if he's an actual sacrifice and is going to slaughter him. Why is he not strong enough to go and find his son a wife? So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this, but I have a couple of thoughts. First of all, when God told him to sacrifice his son, God told him to do something. It didn't matter what state he was in. He knew he could do it, because if God tells him to do it, he can do it. And that's a big lesson for us. When it's time to marry off his son, he made a conservative religious decision, but God didn't tell him to do it. So maybe he was concerned he wouldn't have the strength. He's an old man after all. Second of all, the psychological strategy. Dating ain't a fun game. And although I'm sure Abraham was way the wiser than his servant at any age, but maybe it was more of something that he felt was a young man's game, that it would have more fruit when a younger man goes and tries to dig in and figure out who the right person is. Perhaps with guidance of the older person. Additionally, perhaps he was concerned about his expectations. Maybe he realized that nobody would be good enough for him. And so he had to be realistic and trust someone else. We do that. Sometimes in life we have to trust somebody else that is less capable than ourselves, because we'll never get that thing because we're expecting too much. That's a big lesson in life. And finally, it could possibly simply have been the exhaustion of losing his wife. Maybe the one clear factor where the binding of Isaac was before and the marrying of Isaac was after was the death of his wife. And maybe that turned him into an old man. A lot of things to think about, but I would like to hear what you guys think so that I can think about it. Wishing you a great one. Looking forward to tomorrow.